This past week has been crazy. Since the last episode we recorded, it's been crazy. So it's expected. So don't even hate on yourself for that. Like this episode, I expected to get heavy, but
the drama never stops.
Yeah, the drama never stops. But it is the EOD podcast, so we are gonna turn up regardless.
End of the day podcast.
So we'll start out light. Let's start out light. So yeah, you wanna drop that shit?
Yeah, let's drop that
shit. Hey, it's your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin Exclusive.
Yes, indeed. It's your boy T.
T Will Exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah. Thank ya.
It's the EOD podcast.
End of the day podcast.
And welcome back. Thanks for listening.
Yes, thanks for listening, guys.
Shout out all the sponsors.
Yeah, all the
insert sponsor here.
Yeah, that we don't have to mention because they they're all like low money. They're all drug dealers. It's pretty much all the sponsors. They don't want to be
shout out the plug.
Yeah, shout out the plug.
How you guys doing?
Good. My week's been pretty chill.
Let's cheers it up.
Yeah, let's cheers it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Cheers.
In the middle of the week.
Another year in 2021.
Breathing,
made it through another one.
Yeah, my week's been chill, man. I can't complain. Just been on the grind. Trying to figure out what this new opens like as LA starts to open a little more.
Yeah, we have they're gonna lift all the restrictions like June, or what is it?
Oh, is it in June? I don't know that date. I didn't hear
June 15th or something.
Yeah, I'm just starting to see LA open a little more and get adjusted more to this new norm. So yeah, just trying to figure that out.
Still gonna be really weird.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure. And I hear I got friends who are going to Miami, so I'm interested to see. I don't know anyone who's been to Miami recently personally, so I have a friend who's going there this week. So I'm wondering how it is down there, how the vibe is down there, because I know they've been open a lot longer than anyone.
So 2 of my friends went twice since the pandemic, in the last 6 months they've been.
Yeah.
And 6 months ago, they said it was super chill, nobody was wearing a mask anywhere. And then just recently, I think because they had all of the people from out of town coming for spring break, so they were okay, a little more we have to be a little more careful.
Got you.
Because she said the second time they had to wear more masks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know that area was a hot spot for COVID at one point.
Yeah,
so I'm sure
it's a cesspool.
This is a party town. Niggas get fucked up, so it's hard to even ask that of people because
it's like Vegas. It has that same Vegas energy of just
down there in the normal mindset. They're partying,
yeah.
So they might not always be sober. They're not in the.
And a lot of them probably have vaccines or probably already got it and they're feeling ready to go.
I mean, with the vaccine out yet, I can see that people are definitely feeling a little more comfortable being outside, even if they don't get the vaccine. Just in general, people are yeah, someone's got it around me.
Right. I got to get this shit off my mind because this trial is really weighing heavy on me right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't even. I feel like we have to address it now.
No, I feel you.
Just because ultimately, dude, it's been such a crazy ride with that trial.
Yeah.
And it's still not even over with.
I mean, first off, rest in peace, George Floyd.
Rest in peace.
Definitely condolences to the family and all the loved ones.
Yeah, we're always going to be sending our energy out to that man and his family. And, he got found guilty. Derek Chauvin. Or Chauvin.
Whatever.
I thought is it Chauvin?
Yeah. I think he got found guilty on all 3 charges.
My only concern is that I hear already talks about him getting a lighter sentence because those were maximum sentences on those charges. So I just hope,
surprised.
Dude.
That was I had a feeling. Me personally, I always knew that he was gonna get found guilty. It was the amount of time he would get was where I was wondering where they would fall at.
Did you see the verdict? When he was in the courtroom?
Watch his reaction and shit.
Yeah.
He looked kind of surprised, but at the same time, he didn't really look so super surprised.
I was trying to decide if he was
surprised.
If he was acting or if he just knew, you know what I mean? If he already knew this was gonna happen.
He personally had to have known.
A man like that, I truly believe he knew the power that he held as an officer, at the end of the day. And I think that is the problem with the police department, is that there's a corruption of power, and they kind of, develop this ego and think that, these laws and stuff don't apply to them, but we're all human beings at the end of the day. And, looking at what he did, it's just, like the charges that he's getting dealt, it's valid, 100% valid. Like, I don't understand why there should be any talks of a lighter sentence,
Yeah, I think the only reason why there's talks of it is because they think that's where they're gonna pull that fuck shit, is him getting a lighter sentence, him getting like 4 or 5 years. It would be crazy if he did, but I mean,
people are also saying that he wouldn't survive in prison.
He would have to be in some sort of protective.
That's why I said he was going to go into like ADSEG, like just separate from everybody else.
He'd have to be in some sort of protective custody. There's no way he would. I don't.
Like they probably put.
They would destroy him in prison.
Who would they put him with though?
But even that dynamic,
like that sucks too.
That they're caring for him so much, where you have other people and you just throw them into the general population, and if they're
like specific attention.
Yeah, like if someone else was involved in some shit in prison, no one would care, and they could just die, and we never even know about it. Yeah, and this guy just gets special treatment because he's on the force.
Yeah, I mean, and he killed someone.
Dude, I also heard like he was kind of evading taxes for like a number of years.
Oh, really? So he's been doing other type of crimes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a guy that's trying to cheat the system, that doesn't give a fuck about the laws that are in place. Like, he knew what he was doing that day with George. And dude, it's sick, man.
And it's crazy that his lawyer was trying to fight. Like, I don't even know
how could you be a lawyer that, like, that's the thing that I don't understand, how lawyers sign up to know that you have to defend somebody like that is
his defense
horrendous.
Was wild. His defense, he brought up there was something in his mouth and we couldn't tell what it was, and he tried to harp on, did he take some type of pill or something, or a Valium or something like that. There was something about preconditioned.
Well, I also heard the exhaust pipe from the car.
Oh my god!
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I heard that one too, and I'm like, are you fucking serious, bro? Like, you gotta be kidding me. This is what you're really trying to come with? So yeah, it was like disrespectful to the type.
I wonder what it feels like to be a jury in this situation. I think
that's why I would say he pretty much should have known that he was getting it, mainly because of how fast the jury.
I'm pretty sure it was unanimous.
But yeah, how fast that happened, how fast they like
said yes,
or just even came to a verdict.
Yeah, she was mad fast.
The fact that if they had taken, like, let's say they took even like 3 days, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have been a little like, maybe they don't. Maybe he's getting. I'd have been a little nervous if they took a long ass time. I'd have been a little nervous. Because that would have been like, all right, what do you have to debate? What do you need to see? But I think he had to have known, just based off of how fast they were in and out, like ready to came up with a verdict. Like, you did this, though. You killed this man. Yeah.
And it was interesting that it happened on 420. Yeah. Kind of a monumental day. Another day to remember, you know? Yeah. I was watching the trial live, and I just thought it was interesting because, you know, they convicted him and cuffed him, and then they were walking away, and the last shot that they kind of had after they walked him out of the courtroom, they just put it on the clock, and it just showed like 4:12, and it was just like that clock moving, like ticking, and I was just like, but on top of that, they had like the protest footage, and they're all chanting, you know, I am somebody. And it was just like a super powerful visual, and I was honestly in the car kind of rewatching it, and I just started crying, dude, like straight up, because it's just like on some real shit, man. Like, that was such a sad situation, and it's nothing new.
Nah, it's not new.
It's like a problem that we're constantly dealing with, and racism is a disease. Even the CDC, like, I think they officially like made that
public health crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And you see right after I put it in the chat that girl was shot.
Yeah.
Like right after.
Yeah.
George Floyd's.
The verdict.
The verdict.
Ma'Khia Bryant. 16 years old, and from what I read online,
16 years old.
Yeah, and that's
like, let that sink in.
Like, how could you just pull the trigger on a 16-year-old human being?
I don't understand how cops are like just not de-escalating a situation in any way, shape, or form. Just straight going and using violence is wild to me. And
so what I had read online was that she had called the police.
Yeah, she called the police because these girls were trying to jump her.
And so she like somehow was defending herself, and then they shoot her. I wonder what those girls feel like.
I wanted to know too. I really wanted to know.
They probably are never gonna sleep at night.
You know, yeah, they were trying to jump her, so she got a knife. That's why she had a knife. But apparently, there's like body cam footage that like is out and is like giving them reasonable doubt, or like I feel like protecting, like.
And I guess I also read that in Columbus, you are allowed to like shoot somebody, use deadly force if they are gonna endanger somebody else.
Like stand your ground type shit.
Yeah.
I feel like you can just shoot someone in the leg.
That's exactly like.
I don't know.
Or like a taser. Like, why can't a taser work? Like, what's. Yeah,
well, you think that should work, and then people just reach for the gun.
And also, why are you so like shouldn't. I just feel like a police officer, if that's like your job, if you want all this like admiration or whatever, this like respect, like why don't you walk up and like knock her down and like get the knife out of her hand?
Yeah.
If that's the vibe, like why do you have to resort to like using your gun? Yeah. Like, not that I would want him to like anyone to touch her, regardless, but like
she's asking for help. She's the one asking for help at the end of the day, so it wouldn't even gone left. She was the one asking for help.
I have to see the footage though, because I mean,
but it's a knife. It's not a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see the footage too.
Did they even like ask her to put it down?
That's what I need to see. I need to see like.
I mean, even if so, though, that's the reality, is that she's 16 years old. She's not making decisions that an adult would make, you know. So why should she be punished for the rest of her life and lose her life because of any decision?
It just blows my mind that cops will just pull their guns out before they even know a situation. Like, what do you like?
I really want to see like the footage and see like what this cop saw, because there was body cam footage, I believe. That's why I was.
We're gonna have to find that.
I seen one photo and it was like one of the girls was on the ground, and I'm not sure if the other girl was standing or if she was on the ground too, but you could see her with the knife behind, like, and then the body cam was from the back, like in the car. You know what I mean?
Because that shit's wild. Like, to shoot a little girl, like, I don't know.
She's just defending herself. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand why the cop. That's like the instant, like, how I wonder. I've wondered what the murder rate is for police, because it seems like cops are like so quick to like kill people. It's made me think, like, what do cops get killed at like a high rate? Like, like are cops like dying left and right because of people? Like,
I'm gonna see,
because that's really what I
that's actually a pretty good question.
Like, why are they so ready to take a life? Is it because if it's because cops are constantly dying, then I might understand, like, to some degree why they're trained like that, is because, but they should be de-escalating situations.
But even in this situation, wouldn't a taser work? They have tase guns.
A 16-year-old girl with a knife?
You could tase her and it would knock it out of her hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the thinking, like, you're trained for these situations.
And you just shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's because there's no regard for human life.
Yeah.
That's the way the system is built.
Rest in peace to all these victims, for real. And I just hope that one day we can be at a better place. This is so sad for our people, for everyone involved. Like, it's sad to even know that this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
As a human being, if you can't understand that this is fucked up, like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Kristen, you showed us that video where they're kind of talking about police insurance.
Yeah, so
Did you
just
play
like
that clip?
yeah, let me play that.
I thought that was really interesting. Just for the fact that it raises a lot of good points.
Down police brutality regardless. You know what I think the solution is to tamping down police brutality regardless of who it happens to? Professional liability insurance, or what the medical profession calls malpractice insurance. Law professor Deborah Ramirez has some really interesting thoughts on this. She's proposed an insurance system for police officers that would work a lot like the one we have for drivers. If an officer has engaged in reckless policing in the past, their premiums would go sky high. If these officers pose a risk to us, it's only right that they should be priced out of the policing profession. So how would insurance companies decide what these premiums are? Ramirez talks about early warning indicators of dangerous policing. Has an officer been written up? Have they been sued in the past? Do they have domestic violence, restraining orders, or convictions? These are all indicators of risky police behavior. This is nothing new. There is a clear precedent for this in the medical and legal professions. Even barbers and hairdressers need insurance. If the police aren't doing a good job policing themselves, let the insurance companies do it. And if you're wondering why this hasn't happened already, the answer is simple. Police unions. They're politically powerful enough to keep state legislatures from enacting laws saying that police should be required to carry insurance. So this might be a good day to give your state representative.
End of the day podcast.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. They should be one. That should be a way to keep them away from being cops. But I feel like
The one thing I will say is that the fact that this is so polarizing right now is very important, because it just shows that we're on the path. You know, people are not going to stand for this shit forever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
the people will win this fight.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like fuck that.
Hopefully, I'm hoping we rarely win this fight. I don't know what it'll take at this point, though. That's the only thing. Like, it'll take like, oh, a kid getting murdered.
It's gonna take
like,
a long time.
It's gonna take more.
It's gonna take
more deaths, though. Unfortunately, like that's the thing. Is like that list keeps growing and it keeps happening. So,
well, this is, at the end of the day, we can call it a race war. We can call it, you know, like, call it what it is. People are dying for the sole reason of the color of their skin.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is something that's been happening for decades. So I just hope that, I don't know, man. I hope we
can get there.
You know, like, this next generation, they're the new hope. You know, as these old ways of thinking die out, like, we have to be the ones to kind of set the tone and let people know that this shit is wrong. People should not be dying in the streets for nothing.
Yeah,
people are getting shot for nothing. Oh, I thought he had a gun. Oh, she was holding a knife. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's
like,
bullshit.
Fuck all of this shit, man.
I think it will get better. I think that this is the beginning. Like, truly, I mean, it's been the beginning for a long time, but like you said, the youth, like, that is, you have to believe in the future that the youth will, like, help ride this out, because they have people like us, like Gen X or whatever we're called, and we're going to back them, and it's not going to be baby boomers. You know, we're going to have their back, and it's just going to be an uprising. And we're just going to uproot the whole system somehow, some way.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on this generation. I think we can turn it around. I think we're smarter than the ones that came before us, in all honesty. So, you know, we move forward and we pay our respects to those lost, because without them, we wouldn't be where we are. And, you know, these victims, man, we can never forget where we come from, you know?
Yeah.
So,
did you guys see that video of George Floyd and his daughter, and his daughter's like, my dad changed the world?
Yeah.
I think that is so, like, such an incredible video to have, and to know that, like, yes.
Yeah, he did actually change the world.
they need a statue of him. Like, we need to pay our respects, you know, like, at that, they're freedom fighters at the end of the day. You know, he didn't know he was going to be a hero, but he was a hero that day. George, like, he's bigger than himself at this point. Like, he's a representation of everyone and the corruption of our government. So, rest in peace, George.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Everyone else, man.
Wait, hold on. When's your birthday?
May 20th.
Oh, okay, that's pretty close.
Literally
yeah.
a month away.
Yeah, I'm really.
You're going to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Y'all
Going to Maui.
Y'all can go there?
Yeah.
Y'all be allowed in?
Yeah, we just got to get a test like the day before.
Oh, even if you're vaccinated?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure.
We live out here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to go snorkeling.
They have like no cases there.
Yeah.
What part of Hawaii are you going to?
Maui.
Maui.
Yeah, and then my friend Jazzy and Chris, they're actually going to be there too.
Oh,
so I think, yeah. Well, it just randomly happened to be the same time because.
Okay, so you got a little squad, like got a little gang.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna meet up for like one little birthday dinner. You know.
Because I'm the type of guy on vacation where I just want to chill. Like,
and same here. I don't want to like have to feel like
I gotta.
We make plans.
Like
yeah.
Itinerary.
No. So I think we're just gonna do like a little birthday dinner or something.
I don't know that either.
Birthday drinks.
Sin fills me.
No, I feel you on that. I hate doing that shit. If vacation, I don't want no plans.
I will say, last time we went to Hawaii, we had a convertible Camaro SS, like sports edition, and the lady hooked us up. Like, we were supposed to get some other model. I think we were supposed to get a Mustang.
She hooked us up.
She hooked us up fat, bro. We got the sports edition Camaro convertible. Like, I was mobbing on Hawaii Island, bro. Just
The lady was so rude to us. Not the lady that hooked us up, but the lady prior was so rude to us, made us wait in line for like another hour and a half.
The lady who gave you the car?
Originally. Something had messed up.
There was a cashier, and she was just being mad rude, but then another lady came, and she helped us out, and she was like the nicest woman.
She was like from the island, you could tell.
Like, sorry about my coworker.
She was like...
She's like, oh, I got you, don't worry. Like, slipped us the Camaro keys. I was like, bet. You know what I'm saying? I was mobbing. So I'm looking forward to a nice car when we're out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drive fast. Allegedly.
And then Kristen, you was bit by a dog.
Yeah, it was in a dog attack.
What the hell?
No, it was not that serious, but this bruise really does hurt.
Yeah,
it looks crazy.
It's pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
it comes all the way around.
If I got bit by some foreign ass dog, I'm suing somebody.
Yeah.
Get out of here. No, sorry. I could never.
I might gotta sue your ass.
After, like, I could tell because my friend was house sitting her dog, and she didn't even let go of the dog, whatever. So she was like, "Okay, come in." So I opened the door, and then I think the dog was just like startled. But I did the whole like you know how to pet a dog, you go slow, and then it attacked me, and I just left. And I told her, I was like, I got hit by a car, and I apologized to the lady. I said, "I'm sorry you hit me." I said, "So I'm not gonna sue you." She was like, "Okay."
Hold on. Before we get to the dog shit, what happened? So someone hit you and you apologized to them?
She hit me with her car, and then I got in the car because she's like, "Get in the car, like I'll take you. So, like we have to get out of the way." And I was like, "Okay." So I get in the car and go, "I'm sorry you hit me."
No way. I'd be like, bitch.
Because I was jaywalking, so
Call
I did.
The cops.
How much money you got in your fucking wallet?
All I could imagine though is like if someone jumped out. Well, technically I didn't jump out in front of her.
I know
but
you didn't.
If my grandma would have hit somebody and they would be mean to my grandma, I just can't put that out there. Like, so I would just want them to tell my grandma they're sorry.
If she's grandma age, then you gotta treat her with respect.
She was like a young grandma, but still, she was probably a grandma.
Let me get your insurance card. I'm fucked up. That's what would go down for me.
Yeah, there's those two sentences.
Oh my gosh. We're talking personal stuff. You went to San Diego? Oh yeah, how was that?
I went to San Diego.
You went to San Diego?
Yeah, I'm doing all the fun stuff this week.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I went to San Diego. Caught a vibe. It was nice. And there was this guy outside, and he was like writing poems for money. And it was like so wonderful because there's like the ocean, and then there's a guy who's performing like wonderful music, and then this guy was writing a poem, and then I was like, I'm gonna have write Terrence a poem, so he wrote Terrence a fucking funny poem.
Hold on, did you get this poem?
I do. I have it. It's in the room.
Is it funny?
It is. I think I'm gonna frame it.
Hold on, so did you like give him like reference?
He's like tells you like, okay, like
It's just
what's like
really abstract.
Yeah, like what's like 4 words, like some words that describe like this, like who this is for. And then he's like, do you have any like inside joke? And like I was like, okay, yeah, here. And and then he writes it or whatever. But cool thing, we were talking about like, he asked me if I liked other poets or whatever, and I had told him the ones that I was interested in, and then he'd asked me if you know who Rumi is. He's like an ancient poet or whatever.
Okay.
And then he was telling me that one day he was doing the same thing he's doing, like writing poems for strangers. It's called like Strangers Poems or something. Mm-hmm. And anyways, these guys come up to him and they're like, oh, like you should write a poem for this guy. His dad's the most famous poet in America. And he's like, what do you mean? Who's your dad? And it's so actually, I don't know the guy's name. I should Google it. But he was the guy that like transcribed Rumi's work into English. And I was like, that's kind of tight that you would just be like out here writing poems for strangers. And then he ended up like writing a poem for that guy.
The
right
and like, person.
Yeah. And they like went and met up, and I don't know, I thought that was tight. Like, you know, you just like live your life and like go on the journey and like see where it takes you. And like he met someone who means something so much to him.
And that's out here. That happened out here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it's not easy, but it's common practice out here.
In LA.
Yeah, to meet someone and really have a actually solid. Because like I feel like you can meet a lot of people and have so many shitty connections that when you have a solid one and you guys are actually both pretty talented, you can make something magical happen for the most part.
That's the cool part about LA is that it's kind of a melting pot of different trades. You know, like there's so many different trades out here. So if you're doing one specific thing, you're bound to run into someone that does the same thing. And networking is very easy in LA. So, well, minus COVID, but yeah.
Yeah, I just got my nails done, and my nail guy was like trying to connect me to like every single person that walked in. And then he tells me that he's only going to connect me to the classy people. And I was like, thank you.
Those nails
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, your nail game's been pretty much on fire the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, shout out to Henry at Designer Nails. He's popping.
Yeah, thank you.
So did any of you guys watch this Apple press conference?
I didn't watch it. I've heard about it. Some of the technology.
It was whack. It was boring. Nothing fun. The coolest thing out of it, honestly, is they got the new iPhone 12 in a purple. I think it was cool.
Like dark purple?
Is that cool?
It was like purple drank or purple weed.
Oh,
what?
like perp?
Yeah, like perp. No, I think that's what it'll get. Unfortunately, it's not like a 12 Pro. It's a regular 12 because it was a 12 Pro. You'd see a lot of rappers with the purple phone, you know, because of the purple drank, the purple iPhone. But it's a regular iPhone 12. It's not.
That's kind of whack.
Yeah, it's kind of whack. So, but then they got the iMac in a bunch of different colors, brand new, refreshed. It's super thin. The thing is so thin that they had to put the headphone jack on the side because the headphone like plug is longer than
the width of the phone.
Of the iMac, the width of the desktop computer. Because you know the iMac's a desktop.
Oh wow, it's that thin?
Yeah, the iMac, if you look at how thin it is, the profile of it is so thin that they had to move the headphone jack to the side of the computer. So it's a side entry.
Wow. Because
if the actual, if you look at your headphone jack, that little plug is longer than the fucking computer.
Wow.
That's how fucking thin it is, which is kind of crazy.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty cool, but I'm not
kind of flimsy.
You don't
really move a desktop though.
And they're them should be all like that brushed aluminum that Apple uses.
Pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, heavy duty, I'd say. I just don't want a desktop. I'm sorry, Apple.
Yeah.
I need a laptop.
There's no real place for a desktop nowadays, at least for me.
Yeah, me right now, I need them to make a 14-inch Pro M1 model. They are taking forever with that shit, and they're playing mad games with the consumer for some reason.
Might have to just build a computer.
One of my clients was telling me she just built a computer.
Yeah.
She just Googled it, how to do it, and her man knew a little bit about it.
A laptop or a desktop? A desktop? Must be a desktop.
A desktop.
Yeah.
My brother has a sick ass computer. Has like lights on it and shit.
Yeah, those desktops be fire.
Yeah, he goes in.
Yeah.
She said surprisingly it wasn't that hard. She said like, yeah, you have to like know what you're doing. She's like, but once you know what you're doing, she said it's like adult Legos.
It's plug and play.
Plug and play.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Oh man. And then also in tech, that Tesla car crash that happened, got everybody like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, I have no idea. I'm gonna go.
Essentially what it was that the car that crashed, they looked it burst into flames because and it took mad long to put out. It hit a tree, and apparently when they looked at the car, it had the person was sitting in the passenger seat, in the front seat, and then in the back seat. There was no one in the driver's seat. So they're saying the autopilot is pretty much obviously would have to have been engaged for that.
I mean, they should be able to look at the metrics and see.
They are looking at, apparently, they're looking at the data from the car. The car didn't even have autopilot. Specifically, the autopilot in that. And then the autopilot wouldn't have worked in that space because it didn't have markings on the ground. It didn't have the specific type of like highway markings, so it wouldn't work on that space. But honestly, the internet.
Sorry about that.
Oh, shit.
Is that ad?
I was like, is that me?
Yeah. But people uploaded examples of the Tesla car driving in the same predicament that the data from the computers saying it.
So I'm reading on this article. It says Tesla's full self-driving feature has attempted to drive under railroad crossing arm while speeding train passes. It's nearly driven head-on into a concrete wall of a parking garage, attempted ill-advised left turns, clipped at least one curb, and at least one driver was able to set a maximum speed of 90 miles per hour on a street where the posted speed limit was 35, according to videos posted on social media. These drivers knew they weren't using a foolproof system and that there would be glitches as they agreed to test earlier versions of the self-driving software for Tesla. Killed over the weekend when it crashed into some trees. Police said that the one occupant was in the front passenger seat, and the other had been in one of the rear seats. It's fucking crazy.
And people have uploaded videos of that actually on YouTube. Like a guy sitting in the back seat and the car.
Says Tesla CEO Elon Musk said Monday that data logs recovered so far show autopilot was not enabled. But Musk did not rule out the future findings that could reveal autopilot was in use. He also did not share any alternative theory for the crash.
Yeah, I see a lot of videos on TikTok of
there's videos
malfunctions.
There's videos of just people just like, I guess, flexing, sitting in the back seat while the autopilot's like going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen videos of that on YouTube, and like so. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case here.
It is a cool flex. I'm not even gonna front. Like
to sit in the backseat while your car's driving.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
and
that's
then it
hard.
fucking crashes into a tree and kills you and fucking bursts. That would be wild.
Hard.
That would be fucking. That's wild if that's what happened. If those guys were trying to do that for like a flex, because the car burst into flames is just so like all like not I guess evidence in that sense. Like if they had a cell phone that was recording something, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit's like burnt up like. Because it took mad long for them to put the flames out because of the lithium batteries.
Fuck.
They kept like reigniting.
Whoa.
Yeah, so hopefully, and because of that, though, Tesla stock had to take a little hit apparently. So.
Yeah.
It's just gonna
Stocks
bounce
are
back.
crazy right now.
They are. Everybody's in it. Everybody's touching it.
Crypto.
Stocks are fucking insane.
I see this thing that you guys posted. Bernie Sanders wants to get free college for families making less than $120,000 by taxing Wall Street. They said they would raise $2.4 trillion over 10 years. The bill includes a 0.5 tax on stock trades, which would amount to 50 cents for every $100 worth of stock. A 0.1% fee on bonds and a 0.005 fee on derivatives. So if you're investing in the stock, it sounds like we're about to get taxed a little bit more. I don't know.
I mean, it's per $100, so that's the reality. Is a lot of people that are even like investing in a lot of this Dogecoin are just throwing like a couple $100 here or there, like or a couple $100 here, like whatever. But you're looking at people that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Like, yeah, tax them. Thank you.
I mean, it sounds promising, but honestly, in this climate, I don't think Bernie Sanders is going to be able to get this done.
Bernie Sanders gets a lot done. I wouldn't doubt him. He's a very strong man.
This seems like it's taxing a lot of people who don't want to be taxed in this sense.
So then, but the thing is, like, when are people going to wake up? Because what is the better option? If we don't start investing in school, like in healthcare and in schooling, where is society going to go? Where's our morals and values? What we value is murder because all we do is invest in guns. So like, if you guys want change, like, we have to do something. You know what I'm saying? And like fuck.
I agree. I think those people they're a bit short-sighted in the sense that they're not looking that far in the future. They're thinking more about now, what it takes to make it now, and what it takes to make it now. Their schools are getting the schools that their kids are going to aren't the schools that normal kids are going to. The kids that, would be affected by this.
I would say primarily these stock trades and what have you, like, this is primarily for the rich, because the average person probably isn't really, as
far as like who it would affect, like who it would affect the money,
because
affects significantly. If they're talking about a 0.1, what is it, 50 cents for every $100 worth of stock, like for the average person, what is that going to amount to? Maybe $50 that you pay in taxes for,
if you get bank.
Even what I'm saying, like, it's not that large.
It's 50 cents.
But for the people that make these large trades, that have that money, this is a way to kind of tap into their pockets.
And I just feel like they'll find a way around it, like they always do. Like they always fucking do. They'll find another way around it, whether it's legal or illegal. They don't care,
dude. That's what there's so many different levels of criminal acts, dude. Like, it's not even criminal because it's not illegal, but they're just cheating the system.
Yeah. Well, you got to nowadays because the system's almost like set up for you to
fail.
Yeah, not be successful. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, look at student loans, dude.
It's wild.
Every kid in their 20s is coming out of school with $30,000 to $200,000 worth of debt. It's insane.
And then you can't get a job a lot of the time.
The job market's fucked. Like, not to be super dark, but it's a reality.
Yeah, AOC was talking about.
Dark.
Yeah.
Yes, it is super dark. Nonetheless, but
yeah, the world is pretty grim, but the future is bright. So just keep pushing.
Yeah, like Gavin Newsom, is he removing the restrictions on California? You said?
Yeah, I think June 15th.
Okay, so
coming soon. But the mandatory
summer 2021.
Yeah, you'll still be required to wear a mask. But so one of my girlfriends, she works at La Mesa, which is like poppin'.
Can I have that drink?
And she said that it's like not as bad as Lock and Key at its prime, but she said pretty much.
Wait, is Lock and Key open?
No, but like back in the day, Lock and Key. Pre-COVID Lock and Key.
Yo, Lock and Key.
This place is currently open?
Yeah, it's called La Mesa.
It's not called La Mesa. She was just saying that.
No.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Listen to this podcast.
And low key, and the police came, and they were like, she said that all the servers were like, oh fuck, because they was like they were way past capacity, like for like the tables.
Yeah.
And she said that the police was just like, like, okay, because they had gotten a noise complaint, so they were like, okay, this is your noise complaint, we're showing up to it, but we're not enforcing COVID restrictions, so have a good night.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, don't go
compared
there.
To like literally shutting your electricity off for having a party.
It doesn't sound very safe, actually.
It doesn't sound safe. I don't want to see you there. I mean,
Sin's about to be there tomorrow night. Yo, I'm out here at the Mesa.
She said it's crazy. She said she's making a lot of money and it's good. La Mesa.
La Mesa.
Costa Mesa.
But it's like in West Hollywood. It's like a restaurant during the day or like.
Sid is doing his
for dinner.
research right now. The only time we fact check.
She said it's like $1,000 for a table.
Whoa. Hold on. Let me exit out that.
Which isn't bad.
Tapping out.
Tapped out. That search. What else is going on in these streets?
Fire Festival. Apparently,
oh, yeah, the motherfuckers got paid.
Yeah, they got paid a pretty penny.
At the end of the day, did they really need the money? Most of the people who went to even were on the Fire Festival were already rich, right? Those were like for the 1%ers. That was like the whole thing.
My girlfriend had a flight. Or she had bought a flight there.
That was the whole thing about that. Maybe she got a flight because it turned out to be a scam and it wasn't really his thing. But the whole idea behind...
I think that money's warranted. Like,
no, it's just like I'm sure it's probably not even a lot.
Well, it's for those that were there without food and water. And no hotel and no nothing.
That is fucking crazy.
Because my friend didn't get there.
It's suffering, you know. Like at the end of the day, like call it what it is. Like
she didn't get there. She never got there.
No, she never got there.
So she didn't have to wait
because she had bought it for like weekend too.
But is she still getting the bread?
No. I think she got her money back because she got it through PayPal. So I don't know if she'll get money back from that ever. But
do you know how much she spent on the ticket?
Can you imagine?
I don't remember. I could ask her.
And just nothing's there, and you're just like, damn, I only got a one-way ticket here.
Remember the food they had? It was like
a piece of bread.
It looked like prison sandwich.
Yeah, it was like a piece of bread and then the meat was on top, but it was open face. It was like open face sandwich.
That shit was really crazy.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
What a con man. Did you guys watch the documentaries on that?
I watched the one on Netflix, but that's what I was saying. It seemed like all the people who were there were actually like fairly well-off people, that this amount of money that they're getting
is much.
Like laughable, I'm sure, to them, because I feel like the price of the tickets were even pretty crazy because
for sure.
I remember that
like
being,
the packages and shit.
remember the packages being dumb expensive, but you were supposed to get like your own, like that's what I mean. This was supposed to be a festival for the rich, I guess, guys, because like your friend, you said your friend went, she's not like a 1%er rich, right? Yeah, so I'm not sure, but like I could see like, you know, girls having an easier time getting through, whether it's someone helping them with the bread or whatever, just because a festival like that, you're always going to have women. The women are like a given. Mm-hmm. The festival doesn't exist if the women aren't there, essentially. And
that's why they had like Kendall Jenner and
the promo and shit. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's just weird that this amount would
to drink.
Drank.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? I'm fucking shook. Just everyone act out like if you wanted to drink, what would you do with your hand?
Oh yeah.
And just know that's what I did, and everyone was like, "What is this? What is she doing?"
What is this?
I was watching this video at Sinfos. This shit's mad funny.
Yeah, definitely. So check the story if you haven't. Sin Supreme. FedEx no phone policy backfire when ex-employees go on a mass shooting in a FedEx facility.
That shit's not funny. That's actually mad scary.
What?
Like the way you were reading that, I'm sorry.
I thought I was reading it because I was like, hold on, what?
So that's the thing.
No, I didn't hear
FedEx locks up their employees' phones, like that's their policy. And then a guy came in and did like a mass shooting because he was like a disgruntled employee, shot him up and like fucking killed 8 people.
What the fuck?
And nobody could call the police.
Dude, that's scary as fuck.
But do they instantly change their policy, or do they just make it so that one person has a phone, like a manager has a phone or some shit like that?
That even still seems unreliable, you know.
And not that to say it wouldn't, but
they need a button.
I wonder. I don't think they're going to change their policy. They're just going to do something different.
Yeah, they have to get them like when you fall down for older people kind of thing. Yeah, like everyone should get an emergency button.
Because I that's what I feel like in that situation. They're not. It doesn't sound like they. Because I'm sure that's what everyone's instantly thinking when they even read that story. Oh, they're going to change their policy. I feel like the company would not even change that policy that everyone could have, because they took away people's cell phone for a reason, obviously. So I don't know.
Probably so they don't like scan anything or like nobody hacks their phone. I'm assuming there's like good reasoning for this.
We watched something like a couple weeks back, or what was that thing that we watched? It was zombies, where they like got locked in the warehouse or something.
Oh,
it was a show or movie?
2 sentence horror story.
Yeah, 2 sentence horror story. Essentially, like there's a virus or something, and
what's it called?
2 sentence horror story.
2 sentence horror story?
Yeah, watch it on Netflix.
It's a Netflix movie?
Yeah. Each episode is different. It's not a movie, it's a series. Each episode is different. And on this particular episode, it's like people working in a warehouse facility, and they lock the employees in for like productivity reasons. Like they're like, oh, like let's lock them in, and then they lock all the doors, and then this virus somehow gets into the facility. I don't want to spoil it, but essentially like people start getting infected, and no one can get out because it's locked down. And the episode is only like 20 minutes, but it's fucking intense.
Okay.
And this kind of just reminded me of it, because I'm like, yo, this is in a like dark way kind of the same thing, you know? But it's super sad, like, dude, the fact that this policy, you know, like there definitely something needs to change. Like,
it's just like I'm sure they're thinking like, what were the odds type thing, like, but
it's definitely
at the same
something
time they have a responsibility in this, and like they did
for people's safety, dude. Yeah. At the end of the day, like, you shouldn't feel afraid to be at work, you know, or to give up your personal phone. Like, you know, like there should be some line of communication with the outside world.
I just know they're not. I know they're not going to change this policy. Honestly, they're going to just make it so that someone like. They're just going to make it so that someone has their phone on them, a manager or something.
It's crazy, man.
What else is going on in the news? 14 minutes before hearing.
Wait. Who put the Mandela effect that E-News shut down?
Okay, does anybody remember that?
No, but I just think that no one cared, and that's why we don't remember.
Hold on, what happened?
So I remember, and also I Googled it recently, and I've seen like that the internet said that like E-News was going to shut down. And then I had a client the other day, she's a producer for an E-News, and I was like, oh, what do you do for work? She's like, oh, I work at E-News. And I said, oh, I thought E-News closed down. And she's like, no. And I was like, like, I don't want to, like, obviously she works there, so I was going to be like, no, I'm pretty sure they're going to. They did.
You don't have a job.
There's no way you work there. You're a liar.
You're a ghost.
And then she's like, yeah, I don't know. And then I was like, and then I asked my one girlfriend, and she was like, yeah, I remember reading that. And then I Googled it, and it was like, yeah, September. They said they was going to shut down.
It to her?
No, but I should send it to her and be like, see, I told you were a liar.
See? I knew you didn't have a job.
So is it canceled?
I don't know. No, I mean, it's still running, so it's not officially canceled, but they said they were like so dramatic about it.
Interesting. Maybe they had a comeback.
Yeah, E-News is canceled after almost 30 years.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like I didn't see anything else about it, so maybe it was just a rumor.
Yeah, the old rumor mill.
I mean, yeah, you can post an article that's very convincing and convince people. Shit's crazy.
I mean, yeah, it looks like they got a new host and everything, so.
Yo, we definitely have to talk about Slime Season one time.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get this fucking album. This album's amazing. Compilation album.
Yeah.
Really good job as far as compilations go, because, you know, normally when artists put a compilation album together, you might be like, I don't really want to hear your homies.
I was pretty impressed by the features.
Well, he did it in a way that made sense. Like, he put like his homies on songs with bigger artists, so it like made you listen to the song. One, their homies kind of brought out the best of them since they were doing songs with bigger artists.
Is this Young Thug's label?
Yeah, this is YSL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, YSL's.
It's Young Thug's label.
Yes, Young Thug's label.
That's pretty cool, man. I didn't know he was a boss like that.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is, and he showed it here in this project.
I like he definitely showed out.
I was a little worried about the amount of songs, but I can like not actively listen. Like then I'll probably skip songs, but passively I can listen to the whole fucking project. Like,
I will say
some shit. I could put that on and just rock to it.
Facts. I think that this is kind of a workout album.
There you go.
Yeah,
like, I could see that 100%.
For sure.
It's definitely got the tempo.
Exactly.
Like, it maintains that tempo the whole time, regardless of like the song's vibe changing.
It's good for summer.
I'm outside is kind of opening up to the level of degree that I do wonder what this new music coming is going to do. And also, there was a lot of music, even though it was last year, a lot of music did come out last year. A decent amount of music. Drake released a whole project last year.
We still haven't got his album, though.
We didn't get his album, but...
I'm not really waiting for it anymore, which is kind of crazy.
I mean...
We'll get it when it comes out.
Yeah, I just know it's going to be good. It's got to be.
You think so?
It better be. It make me, like, wait.
If this album isn't that good, are we going to agree with Kevin Durant and say that Lil Baby's taking over the rap game?
For people who don't know, Kevin Durant in the locker room with the Brooklyn Nets says that Lil Baby is more played than Drake. He's the one who really is playing Drake, and that most of the people in the locker room of the Brooklyn Nets are playing Lil Baby, which is not surprising, one, because I'm sure it's a lot of younger dudes, two...
This also kind of sounds like they just pulled this quote out from like some bullshit.
Drake's not really, even though he has these songs, he's not really someone I'm trying to put on before play like a professional game of basketball. Drake's not that. Lil Baby has a lot of songs. I feel like that tempo that he does and the way he raps, he has a lot of songs that's like, yo, yeah, I'm getting amped, I'm getting psyched. Drake be rapping really light skinned sometimes, even on like hard beats.
I can't even hate on Drake because honestly, bro, there's only a handful of Drake songs that I can't listen to.
I wouldn't say there's songs that you couldn't even listen to. Are they songs that you would?
I just wouldn't play.
Are they songs that you would listen to before you did something competitive? Like, he doesn't have. I think he has Drake's music is so.
It's good for people that are playing sports. Like, that's gonna amp them up. Lil Baby, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's good, like pre-game music.
That's what I'm saying. Drake, he has songs. Drake definitely has songs. Jumpman, that shit out before it get. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Drake definitely has songs. But I feel like I could put on a Lil Baby project and with the few skips because he has the girl songs or whatever for the most part.
But
shit is like,
in all fairness, Drake could easily make a project that has that vibe.
The Scorpion was technically that project. The whole first part of Scorpion is, I think,
bangers.
I think that album, that part of the album, granted a couple few songs are like kind of soft. You could use that as like an intro to like if you're like warming up before you play the game of ball. Like the first side of Scorpion.
That's fair.
Yeah, or even, definitely if you're reading this, it's too late. Granted, you gotta skip a couple of this. See, that's what I'm saying. You always gotta skip a couple of the songs where these niggas start singing and shit. Like, alright, nigga. Like,
I'm not even mad at it, man.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm a Scorpio myself. You know what I'm saying? I got both sides.
It's always gonna bother me. It's always gonna bother me when the singing's like me. Drake's singing isn't like the greatest.
Should we burn one?
Everyone's got an opinion.
I know it's not 420 anymore, but we kind of missed.
Yeah, it is. It's 420 in our books.
Yeah, let's smoke this some more of this orange weed.
All right, let me grab it.
This is orange.
It's called Houseplant is the brand. It's Seth Rogen's weed.
Shout out Seth Rogen. Hit us with the sponsorship, motherfucker.
It's like 33.2%. What's it say on there, Terrence?
34.5.
What?
It's strong.
Strong.
It's just strong.
Do we have any other topics? This is a shorter podcast.
Nah, we definitely have more topics. Hold on, did you recently take advantage of the Dogecoin like uptick?
Yeah, I've been invested in it for a minute. I bought a little bit more because they were saying tomorrow is supposed to be Dogecoin Day. Or not tomorrow. They were saying that for 420.
I feel like niggas is getting got. Dogecoin Day is just... Who makes that? Doge?
Well, okay, here's the thing is that...
It's Dogecoin Day tomorrow.
To my understanding, the market cap for Dogecoin is forever increasing because they're creating more Dogecoins. There's only a $25 million amount of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Only 25.
Is billion?
25 million in existence, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. And it's never going to increase, whereas Dogecoin's constantly increasing. Or not constantly, but 10,000, I think, every hour or so. Something crazy like that. So the number of coins is going up. So it just depends on, honestly, if we give it the attention. You know, like, there's so many other cryptocurrencies coming out right now, like SafeMoon and Shiba Coin. Shout out Sebastian for putting me on to Shiba, but essentially, like, these different cryptos are the future, man. Like, SafeMoon went up like crazy numbers just in the past month. So, you know, like, it's definitely a new wave with this generation, cryptocurrency and all this shit. So I'm excited to see where it goes in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, it's only 21 million actually.
21?
Yeah, in Bitcoin.
See?
I just think it would be cool if everybody, like, all of the people get invested in Dogecoin and then we just switch over to using Dogecoin as, like, how we pay for everything.
Or everyone invested in it and it just crashes and everyone loses thousands of dollars.
No, why would you say that? We only want the positive. But how cool would that be? It could be, like, literally the people's money.
This nigga's bugging. What's Dogecoin worth right now?
Probably like
35 cents.
Wait, I could check right now. Live tickers.
Oh shit, we need that ashtray.
The cool thing about crypto is you can trade it 24/7.
Who's gonna get
whereas stock market closes
oh, perfect.
at a certain time and it's not open on the weekends either. Oof, we're down today.
We're down.
Oh, it's only 27 cents right now. That's pretty low.
So
it was just 40 cents.
So I can buy like $20 worth and get a bunch.
Yeah, you can get a decent amount of shares.
Yeah, I think I bought some when it was like 0.018 I seen.
Mind you, it started at a 0.003 of a, so it was less than a penny.
But you can't, that's my thing with Doge is like,
it doesn't make any sense.
You can make money if you day trade on it. Like, you could, like, you had a potential to make like a couple, like, if you invested super early, you had a potential to like make, like, honestly, like a decent amount if you like just like were stayed on it.
Like, Bitcoin's barely accepted anywhere. Dogecoin isn't accepted anywhere. So but, like, what?
Because it's not. It's a joke. That's the thing. Even the people that created it don't understand what's happening with it.
But they have hella money.
But they also don't have any Dogecoin.
So where's this value coming from, I guess?
The consumer.
Yeah, because it was like that fuck Wall Street moment.
If everyone's buying stock of Dogecoin, then it's going to drive up the cost of it. So when the more people buy into it, the more it goes up. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy because they just keep creating more, so the volume's increasing. So evidently, I don't know if there's a future for Doge. I think it's a short-sighted investment, but it's hard to tell, dude. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of a roll of dice right now because it's the first time we've ever seen it.
Facts. I think that's my biggest fear right there is that it's first time. So.
I mean, that's what everyone was afraid of when Bitcoin first came out, and people were like saying, "It's the future." You know.
I mean, at least the thing about Bitcoin is that you were able to use it still. Like, you were able to, like, there were, like, even though there was far and few, there were places that accepted Bitcoin.
Well, specifically in the gaming community, for video games, you could buy stuff with the Bitcoin. It was like a digital currency. People were using it in the online world. But ultimately, it's just crazy to see where it's come from, because originally, maybe 3-4 years ago, it was only worth like $300-$400. Today it's worth $51,000. So if you would have invested $1,000 into Bitcoin when it was first around, you would have some good spending money.
You would, for certain.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just crazy to think.
You would be up right now, for certain.
Up and stuck, you know. At that point, you could invest even more, double your money, take that money, invest it in Doge. Whoo! No, but they kind of came around at the same time, according to the timeline of the stock.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it's pretty cool. I like learning about that shit.
Yeah, I think it's cool too. I'm excited for the future. I do want to know what's gonna happen when people start cashing out, because that's the thing with Bitcoin. A lot of people are holding it, and they ain't the people who are the heavy hitters in Bitcoin, they ain't cashing out. They're hanging on to it.
They shouldn't.
But then
because right now it's 51,000, but in 2 years it's gonna be 100,000 guaranteed. It's gonna
something will have to happen in those 2 years for it to be that value. Like,
well, Tesla takes Bitcoin.
Stuff like that has to continue to happen. Just Tesla alone won't make it happen.
Yeah, they need more partners.
Okay, but just stuff like that has to continue to happen, because you have people who are maybe off the books, like who, how do I say this? Like,
classic.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna burn a hole to the center of the earth.
I don't know. It'll just be interesting to see what happens when people try to cash out.
Oh, that's not a Chick-fil-A logo, by the way.
It's not. It's not.
I drew this freehand.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see, because like right now everyone's hanging on to it, right?
Yeah.
So when are people gonna start taking advantage of the wealth that they technically have but haven't exercised because it's in Bitcoin?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a smart move.
Because
imagine this instead. There's two scenarios. You hold on to it. In 20 years, you tell your grandkids,
there you go.
I remember I invested a couple $1,000, and now I've given this to us. I've paid for your lives, millions of dollars, like, because of that investment. That's one scenario. Or the other scenario is, man, I remember when I had Bitcoin and I cashed out early. I should have just held on to it. Damn. So it's like, which one of those scenarios are we going to play into? Ultimately, if I was an early investor, which I'm not, sadly so, I would just be like, but I also don't think it's too late. But I would definitely hold on to that shit and just wait, because at the end of the day, you didn't have that money to begin with.
No, facts. I think it's just...
It's a matter of self-control.
Even if you made fucking 100,000 off of early investments in Bitcoin, and you just wanted to take 25 out just to pay for your car, just to have a car, like, can you? I don't know if someone has.
You can.
I don't know if someone has. I haven't seen someone flex that much, just because anyone who has any massive amounts of Bitcoin like that is not selling.
I know someone that took out like 11 grand.
Okay.
To handle some shit. You do get taxed on it.
I would imagine you would have to.
Hell yeah, they tax you on stocks, but yeah. Ultimately, I think it's crazy. I mean, but the person I'm talking about, who won't be named, like, they still have stocks. They still have shares of that, so they're not tripping. They're gonna hold on to the rest. But in that time, he told me, he was like, yeah, I just saw it as a blessing in disguise, because he needed the money, but he had invested it, he had it, and was able to pull it out. So, stocks are a real thing. Like, it's interesting because I didn't learn shit about stocks as a kid.
Me neither. They didn't teach you that shit in school. They taught you about Christopher Columbus instead of fucking stocks.
We learned how to play stocks in the 8th grade.
You were lucky.
I thought that shit was mad fun.
My only experience with stocks as a kid was watching the news and seeing the fucking random letters at the bottom with that green and red
but I couldn't
arrow.
read that shit.
No one could read. Yeah, no, I didn't know what that shit meant. And at the end of the day, it's like, damn, I wish I would have just
paid attention, or no, not paid attention. Been
given the knowledge.
You know what's funny is I remember learning it and being like, this shit is mad easy. And then I was like, there's no way this is a real thing. Like, I literally was like, I just kind of rejected the concept of, I was like, there's no way people make millions of dollars and get rich like this. This is easy.
What the hell?
It is easy. Like, literally,
not, I wouldn't call it
easy.
Like, if you day trade and just reinvest like your same amount of money and you like whatever, if you never actually cash that out and you just keep reinvesting it, like, you can make like thousands of dollars just like sitting at home. You have to
be smart.
You gotta.
You have to pay attention,
shit, but like breathe, live that marketplace as far as like what's going on with your company.
No, yeah, you for sure you have to know like when to do it, but
which is I don't definitely.
She said,
and then there's random shit that happens like that Tesla crash. Mm-hmm. Well, it'll just throw your stock left field because people cash out real quick on stocks. You know, like it's crazy. The stock can just drop in a matter of seconds. Like, it's wild.
Like, that's why you can day trade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's a new world for me. So stay tuned. But definitely wanted to talk about some other cool shows to watch. I mean, in the realm of horror, but it's also kind of a very dark show, but I'll still throw it out. Check out The House That Jack Built.
The House That Jack Built.
That was another level of psychotic.
It was definitely one of the craziest kind of murder movies I've ever seen.
Like, you watch the same kind of murder movies over and over. Like, this was definitely a very unique murder movie in the sense of like, I seen things I've never seen before.
Did you guys hold on, what's it called?
The House That Jack Built.
It's on Netflix?
It's not on Netflix. It's actually on Hulu.
Hulu has the bangers right now.
Did you guys?
The director is Lars von Trier. It's a Denmark film. They filmed it in Denmark apparently, but it has a pretty famous actor in it. But
did you guys watch Jamie Foxx's
Matt
sitcom?
Dillon? It has Matt Dillon in it.
Matt Dillon. Oh, okay. I forgot Matt Dillon.
He's the main character.
Did you guys watch Jamie Foxx's sitcom at all on
No.
Netflix? Do you know he has a show on Netflix?
No, what is it called?
It's a new one?
Yeah, it's called Dad Stop Embarrassing Me.
Is it good?
I bet
it's
that's
about
funny.
him taking care of his daughter who's a teenager because the mom died, and so she has to come live with him in Atlanta. And it's, I think I don't want to put any. You guys go watch the show first.
Okay.
And let me know what you think.
If you push down the leg of your mic, will it stand up in the position
It will. Let me see. Oh shit!
Fire.
Hey. TTT will exclusive.
And then I actually I switched my phone plan to Verizon, so now I have with Verizon came a free 6 months of Disney Plus.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's.
Do you guys have Disney Plus?
Yes,
we do.
So I've ran through Disney Plus's new programming. So this is my issue with Disney. Granted, I will say this: Disney Plus obviously has all the old original slaps. Anything you want, old Marvel. Anything you want, old Fox, because they have Fox now. Anything you want, Star Wars, all that shit. As far as new programming, they are subpar. I am sorry. They are not touching Netflix. Netflix came with the Stranger Things. What else?
Wait, Stranger Things season 3?
No, just in general, as far as just like original programming.
I honestly think that from
The Mandalorian is the best show.
Dude, HBO is killing it.
HBO's killing it 1000%. I'm not gonna deny it. They also have the connection with Warner, so all the stuff that's getting put on there is what Warner was honestly gonna put in the movie theaters this past. It's all a bunch of stuff that we would have got to see. We would have just had to pay for it to go in the movie
Is it? Don't they also have some type of? Isn't it like Cartoon Network, or they have something else?
They have all the Cartoon Network shit. They have all the fucking Comedy Central shit.
Dude, they have all. They're stacked.
They're stacked as well. Once again, they're stacked with the old stuff. But all of us, it's a bunch of stuff that all of us seem like we're all high consumers of media. We've watched a lot of this stuff, and granted, I can go back and watch the old stuff and I can enjoy it. But yeah, what's the new programming you're coming with? And Netflix still kind of has ran that game with the new streaming programming. One, because they release everything at once. They don't episodic a nigga. And then two, they just have, like, I think the most original programming, in my opinion. I think out of everyone right now, because Disney Plus only has The Mandalorian, WandaVision, which I honestly do not like. You guys like that show?
Honestly, we
I haven't watched
like
enough. I feel
half of the first season, and we kind of just if we're not finishing.
Thank you. If you're listening, thank you. Thank you. You heard what he said. No, he does not like you. You didn't fuck with it. Did you guys watch The Mandalorian?
No.
Oh, you didn't watch Mandalorian. You don't fuck with Star Wars.
I mean, I like Star Wars, but I never got into it. We still haven't watched it. Maybe we should.
All the respects, but honestly, it's just like a lot of shit blowing up all the time, and like it's kind of like too much for my brain. I mean, that's sometimes.
Not my take on it.
For me personally,
yeah.
No, she's actually got a decent take. That's a pretty good take. I mean, that's Star Wars, honestly, for you.
Yeah, and that's cool, but like I just have to be in the right mindset to just like watch.
There's a good storyline to Star Wars.
You guys currently have Disney Plus for what?
No reason we never watch it. We just pay.
Oh my god!
I pay. It's only like it's not that expensive.
It's just. I just seen it's going up another $1, so it's probably almost like $10 now.
Damn.
We can cancel it.
All right, just making sure, because I get it for free with for 6 months. After that, I am canceling the fuck out of that shit.
I mean, we watch Soul.
I mean,
there's some Disney every day.
No, that's the only thing I could think that we've watched.
Yeah, we're not really retaining any content on Disney. Like, we were watching Even Stevens for a minute. Some of the like Disney bangers. That's So Raven.
Yeah,
I like to throw that on.
But in the end of the day,
for some nostalgia.
But not for all the months that we've had it.
Yeah, I've been watching Hulu and HBO and
because you want the new programming.
Yeah, we should.
I also like the old school bangers though, but Disney doesn't have any of like anything violent. It's only like fucking cartoons and.
Yeah, you realize
at a certain point, I'm like, damn, I never really liked Disney like that.
I think The Mandalorian was the most like
the Marvel series is adult, the best thing,
most adult stuff.
Marvel, dude, for sure.
No, as far as the Mandalorian show, I think that's the most adult stuff that I think I've seen. As far as like, I
need to watch it.
Yeah.
I should watch it. Yeah.
They got the low key shit coming up. On there as well.
The what?
Loki. He's like the part of the Thor series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You still never watched Ragnarok,
dude. I want to watch more Ragnarok.
Sin, you need to watch that show.
Ragnarok?
It's really fucking good.
Where's it on?
I think it's on Netflix.
It's like dubbed. It's so good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It looks beautiful.
Oh shit! Wait.
Oh, it is.
It says season 2 is coming out in May.
Oh my god! What day?
Shit.
This show looks.
That was announced
for my
11
birthday?
fucking year or 11 years ago. 11 hours ago. Let's fucking go.
The Christmas miracle. Kristen's birthday miracle.
We're about to run it.
I'm gonna watch it, but it looks like it's some. I'm gonna say right now, it looks like it's some hot poop.
No,
Sid, I'm telling you.
You better not be
capping.
You better not be capping. This better be good.
It's good, bro.
It's so good.
Come back in here, ladies and gentlemen, and trash the show. I'm gonna add it to my watch list.
If you trash the show, then I'm gonna question.
We're not gonna respect any movies that you or movies or TV you suggest.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna start watching it tonight.
That is really it, though.
Is that a bet? No, you have to come back next week and.
No, dude, I've run through shows. The homie, once I told him I got from when I told him I got Disney Plus to when I had seen him, I had watched all of Mandalorian, all of fucking the captain, the Falcon and the what's the
Falcon
I don't know. Winter Soldier.
Right.
Watched all those episodes, and then I started watching.
Dog, then it's perfect because you can watch season 1 and then season 2 is gonna come out in a few weeks.
Is this Thor?
It's
kind of like based
it's
off
like the
of,
birth.
Yeah.
But it's not related to Marvel though.
No,
Okay.
it's I mean.
Seems like it's its own independent.
Just watch it. I'm telling you, it's mad ill.
Watch this shit.
You're gonna come if you trash it, then I'm like, damn.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a chance. I give everything a chance because there's so much fucking thing to consume.
You should watch the episode today.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. As I'm saying, I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
All right, bet.
Anything else going on?
I think we went through it all.
Something else going on.
Oh, my whole job is finally officially set up. Like, the owner.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, the owner's mad chill. Now that I'm like getting to know everybody, like they're cool. It's cool vibes. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I finally got like all my colors set up. So I don't know. It's like finally I feel like I'm like at home. It's chill.
Comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. You know.
Hell yeah.
Feels good to like finally feel like that.
To not be living out of boxes and stuff.
Oh my god! And I cleaned my car out so good. It's no longer like a mini salon. I mean, there's still stuff in there, but I have to because I have to offload it to the salon. I have like my tray in there, so it looks like a whole lot. But
do you like it? You like the new space?
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I feel like re-inspired.
Oh shit! You know what we forgot to talk about? This fucking Kobe shit with Vanessa Bryant not renewing the fucking contract. Vanessa Bryant didn't renew the contract for Kobe Bryant sneakers for Nike.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, like it's crazy, and I wonder what it means. Does it mean that they can't sell Nike Kobe Bryants anymore? Like any of his Kobe shoes,
any of the silhouettes,
any of those specific silhouettes.
I wonder why.
I wonder why too. Apparently they couldn't reach a deal, which I imagine is just like the amount of money she wanted from the sales of his shoes. But maybe I can see them not wanting to give her the amount of money they would give Kobe just because he can't promote.
And her just saying no.
She can't promote the way he could promote a shoe. And yeah,
but because I feel like the value goes up just because he is no longer with us.
He's passed. So you would think that value would make up for the fact that he can't promote the shoe.
Exactly.
But he's not here. He not only did he pass, but he passed tragically. So I think it adds, a decent amount of weight to just anything that
especially right now. Like people are still mourning.
Yeah. It's still fairly new, fairly recent. But yeah, for whatever reason, they couldn't reach a deal. And so yeah, that has ended, but she still said at the end of the thing in her statement that she still wants the products to be released. But I'm like, how do you want it if the deal's not?
Maybe she's just like giving them time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's. I mean, she also. It was apparently like Kobe's dream to have his own sneaker line. So, what if that's a thing too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I don't think it's the last we'll see of Kobe shoes.
Yeah, and hopefully she's doing what's best and she knows what she's doing and it'll all be for the greater good.
I do love the Protro silhouette.
Maybe she's going to...
I do love a lot of Kobe silhouettes, but I keep it real with myself. Even though I fuck with the silhouettes, like, I guess there are some of them that I might potentially buy. I had some Kobe's back in the day, but they were a gift from someone. Because he was mostly an enemy to me as far as like basketball terms, because I was from Boston, and he was always giving Celtics the work, so I didn't fuck with Kobe low key when he was in the NBA in that sense. Like I liked him as a player, but he was my rival, so I never was really into Kobe sneakers like that. Like so yeah, once he passed, I wasn't gonna just automatically. I felt kind of weird, just automatically wanting to just buy his gear or whatever like that. So luckily I'm not feeling any pressure to do that, because his stuff sells out crazy fast. And now, even now, because of this whole deal ending, is reselling for a crazy amount, like 10 times more now. I feel like.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Did you see? Oh yeah, I have some topics here. Did you see that girl who was started a GoFundMe because the government was coming for the money that she took in a PPP loan? You know, the paycheck protection plan that you get as a business, a small business. She applied for one and got like the 20,000 or whatever that they give to you, and the government, I guess, was coming for the money or whatever. So she started a GoFundMe so she can pay the government back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
These GoFundMes are kind of wild sometimes.
They do be kind of wild because you can be even scamming off the GoFundMe low key. Yeah, but
I wonder how long that's gonna last.
Well,
I think it'll last for a long time.
The PPP loan?
No.
Oh,
GoFundMe. I think that's a genius idea.
Yeah, I think it's gonna keep lasting. But yeah,
I feel like if you're homeless, I would start a GoFundMe.
A lot of them do, like, or they'll have like somebody who loves them will have one for them, and they just have like access to it.
That's cool.
Like on TikTok, there's a lot of people that have like GoFundMes, and they just like specifically funnel it to whoever or to like the communities that they serve.
That would be cool if GoFundMe did that as a activity for the, like, they just did that, went around and just started.
We should call GoFundMe.
It's a good idea. Just fund all the homeless people, help them out. But hopefully it's not for drugs. That's the only thing. Slippery slope.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think we talked about Jake Paul winning that fight.
I heard it was a setup.
He won. He beat Ben Askren or whatever.
I heard it was a setup.
It doesn't look like homie tried very much. I'll say that.
And I had seen something that was just going to show, like,
I mean,
homie had been knocked the fuck out.
What, before?
But he got his ass whooped. Well, so and then this time around, he got hit one time and it was just out cold.
As a UFC fighter, he's only been knocked out twice. He was champion at one point, lost the belt. He was not a bad UFC fighter, but he was a grappler. He wasn't like a boxer or anything like that. He was a grappler type of fighter. So getting into this match, showing the fighters beforehand when they were like training, this motherfucker looks crazy out of weight. He did not look like he was in shape. I
saw him hitting the bag. I was like, what the hell?
He looked ridiculous hitting the bag, bro.
That shit looks wild.
Yeah, and you see him without his shirt on, this nigga looked like a dad. An ill dad bod.
He did.
And I'm like, what the fuck, dog? So when he got
and then they showed Jake fucking
this nigga was a beast. Yeah. I was like, all right, this is not real. So the fact this is not real. So that's why it's like, that's why I'm bugging out, because like this nigga Jake's like really like amped that he like won, and I'm like, bro, this dude didn't even look like he gave a fuck about the fight.
He was not in season, dog.
It looked like he just came to collect a check, low key. It looked like he was like
he just got knocked out.
Yeah, he's like, let me just take this punch. Let me just go take this one nice punch to the face, and I'm gonna just lay down and fuck it. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like
his training video was crazy.
It was wild.
Kristen, you have to see it.
I don't think it was that it was fixed, Kristen. I don't think the dude really gave a fuck.
But I think that's the fixed part.
I don't think. Fixed in the sense that
he just gave up. Either he willingly let him win, or he just was like, "Fuck it, I'm not trying."
No, he willingly let him win.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it appeared to me, because there's no way that you could be getting your ass whooped like that and still finally get knocked out, and then all of a sudden homeboy just hits you.
Yeah, nah. He definitely knew what he was doing, so. But.
I'm trying to find the video. I feel like Academics would have posted it. My shit's lagging. Do we have any other topics?
I think that might be it for me. I think that's all my topics, I think.
On that note, I still want to end it with rest in peace.
Yeah, George Floyd.
Rest in peace.
George Floyd and everyone. Let's not forget Dude, there's so many names, but also too, like...
Ma'Khia Bryant.
Is it Ma'Khia? I didn't want to pronounce it wrong.
I believe it's Ma'Khia or Ma'Khia.
Okay. Rest in peace. Moment of silence.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's the end of the day.
At the end of the day, like, you know, we're gonna keep fighting for, you know, equal rights, proper justice. Fuck the police. Yeah. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Better day. I wish I had some more positive.
Hey, at the end of the day, you just got to keep moving forward and just believe in the future. Yeah. We have a say.
Yeah, facts. Word.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Love you
Cheers.
guys. Thank you for stopping by.
There's nothing left.
It is your boy, Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
It's your boy T.
T Will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And if I took a long time to get that started, it's because I'm very high.
Yeah, we're stoned as fuck. This is our 420 episode for
Yeah.
Fuck. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Stay safe.
Tuning in. Peace.
End of the Day Podcast.
We out.
You.